And what I mean by that is that we've had an injury to a certain player who I really did not want to get injured. Not at all. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying the series, drop a like, that would be fantastic. It is the beginning of a new era, a new career for me in many ways, you might say. Before we get into anything else, start of the week, time to thank new patrons. This week it is Bert Bertsenson, so thank you very much, mate. That is extremely kind of you, and just thank you again to everybody over there. You seriously are the best. So, the board have offered me a new contract. I have accepted it, and I've now got a 3-year extension to my contract at Bolton. Oh, I'm starting to like these guys a lot. They've immediately come in, settled the nerves, barely played any matches under them, and they've already gone, yes, you know what, this guy deserves a new deal. And a 3-year contract extension in League One is quite a long one. So fair play to the board. They've obviously got big plans for us, and I can't wait to see what we do together. As on that topic, they've also increased our junior coaching budget and our youth recruitment as well. They really are ploughing money into this club right now, and I'm excited to see how they can do, particularly with us developing young talent. I really do want to focus on that as much as possible and really try and get our youth facilities to be the best we possibly can and really generate some awesome young English talent coming through at Bolton. It'd just be nice to produce some of our own players. You know, those are the best players to have on FM. If you get sacked, take over at Grimsby would be so poetic. Yeah, that would have been a great sort of story there. I don't know how we would have done that because I would have had to add another manager, and I don't think I would have wanted to do that. I honestly don't know what I would have done had I got sacked by the board, but thankfully that seems to be long behind us now. I particularly liked this idea for revenge here. Take the South Korean manager's job, qualify for the World Cup, select the worst squad imaginable, and then quit the day before the first group game. You don't mess with Ben Putman-Kitely. This is true. So that would have been a brilliant idea for us to do if they had sacked me. But as it is, I'd much rather take over the South Korean manager's job and actually make them really good now. But then, hey, there's still time to go. They could turn sour on us at any moment. Would be cool later down the line if you sign some South Korean players, get a South Korean affiliate club. Yes, it absolutely would. I've switched on the South Korean league. Not yet. It doesn't turn on for another month, but we will be able to see some South Korean players in the database. A lot more of them soon. Although weirdly, I just had a look and their entire squads are grey, and that does worry me that maybe we'll never see them. But hopefully that'd be cool to bring in some South Korean players as well. I always find some good players from there, so maybe we'll just be a bit more focused in that this time around. You never know. Now, there was an FA Cup game off camera, but we'll talk about that in the bunch of games off camera between, because it doesn't actually affect anything so far. So Millwall did win their game in hand, and they bring the gap to us down to just 4 points. We find ourselves 13 above Colchester. We really just need to be solid for the final 20 games of the season, in all honesty. If we could just plod along, consistently picking up victories, I think we're going to be fine. However, we have had a couple of little knocks in the Exeter City FA Cup game, so Porteous is going to be out for around about 3 weeks. Not ideal, as you can see here. So we'll switch this around a little bit. Temenushkov will come back in again. The board was saying, like, they said he needed a rest, but he didn't play the last game, and he's had 2 weeks off, so I'm not sure. Maybe that'll go away over time. Still surprisingly becoming fatigued despite us playing less matches now. Maybe it's just the season wearing on the poor lad. Most importantly, though, I just kind of want Brandon Fleming back so that Booty doesn't have to play left back. As much as he is decent there, I'd rather he didn't have to play there. But the rest of the squad, fairly happy with that right now. Although Rich is on the right, that's not going to happen. I'd rather have Clough or Isgrove, but I think Clough probably. So the bench will be Doyle, Cundy, Sarcevic, Richards, Brooking, Isgrove, and Politic, of course. Interesting shape there for Wigan. It won't be that easy, but they are bottom of the league, despite being relegated from the Championship last year. It's not going well for Wigan, and we do really need to go and win this one. Our form in the league, with those draws, we need to get a couple of wins just to sort of keep that gap to Millwall, because I honestly do wonder if we're actually going to win the league this year at this rate. It's always a bit of a weird one. Hopefully, though, this should be a very winnable one, and it's a derby, sort of. Away at Wigan here. They're bottom of the league. They've had a terrible season, considering they were just relegated from the Championship. It could end up getting a lot worse for Wigan right now, and we hope to inflict that, but we're not going to do it like that, as McCallum has already caused a problem there as Ziga's back in goal. He didn't play in the cup due to an injury. But this is the kind of game you want right now. Against the bottom club, terrible form, get some confidence back. So good header, just over the bar from Massive. Our aim is just to sort of manage the gap for the rest of the year. Make sure that we get into the Championship next year, because I'm very curious to see what the board are going to offer us in January. Next summer, potentially. Oh, it's in! Daniel Kemp, 7th goal of the season for Danny Kemp. Wigan 0, Bolton 1. I don't know how that ball got through. Regan Booty, though, yet another assist from him playing left wing-back. He's actually somehow become more effective as a wing-back than he was. I mean, he could play anywhere. Look at this for a cross. Absolutely perfect for Daniel Kemp to get across there. What a finish as well. 7 for the year for Kempy. Good stuff. Great cross again from the Booty man. And more importantly, we have the lead away at Wigan, and that's brilliant. Something to hang on to. Something for us to build the rest of this game on. Maybe go on and finally get a big win in one of these matches. Who knows? It's not like our goal difference has suffered much so far this season, though we are comfortably doing quite well on goal difference. And wow! Terrific save there from Carlo Ziga. Here we go. Booty to deliver again. Back post. Temenushkov's header over the bar. Booty to whip one in again. And Critchlow no bar. It's put in at the back post by Luke Badley Morgan. Godly Morgan surely is his name now. Half an hour gone here, and we are 2 goals to the good away at Wigan. Very, very nice indeed. I don't think Booty will get the assist on this one. I'm pretty certain it was flicked on at the near post by RCN. Yeah, lovely little touch there to the back post of Badley Morgan, just ghosting in at 2-0. Hughes with a little deflected ball over the top. Here we go. Chance for Zach Clough to bring this away. Temenushkov's making a little run into the channel, but he's not found him. He's going to let for the overlap of Regan Booty, although Clough has ended up on the wrong wing here. Now finds Regan Booty. Back for Webster. Back for Booty again. What's he going to pick out? A little pull? Oh, good lord. He's done it again. It's 3-0. Regan Booty with another assist, and this time it's Temenushkov getting on the end of it. I don't know why it doesn't tell you which goal of the season he's on there. That's strange how it does that sometimes. But yet again, Booty just getting the ball into some space here, and he's just finding the perfect little balls across here at that near post. And this time it's Temenushkov. It's just hit him. I don't think he's even attempted to score there. It's just hit him and gone in. Why did Regan Booty not get the assist for that? The game has decided that Regan Booty didn't assist that goal. If I had Regan Booty in my League One FPL team, I would be pissed about that. He's crossed it and it's gone in. How is that not an assist from Regan Booty? All right, whatever. Oh, that's a shame for poor Regan. Lovely little touch from Smith, though. And now it's Kemp. Will he go for goal? Cuts inside, blocked. Back for McCallum. I'm back for Booty potentially there as well. I mean, we are actually running riot here at Wigan, which is very, very nice for us. And Booty now wins a free kick as well. I sense another man of the match award coming from my man here. Well, there we go. 3-0. Fairly comfortable. I mean, in fact, very, very comfortable indeed. Still a bit gutted that Booty wasn't credited with the second assist, but that's just life. You can sort of now understand why Wigan are so far down the league at the moment, with the way that they're playing against us tonight. This is particularly poor. Teams usually score against us or look threatening from time to time, as Clough now skipping through challenges. Back for Smith. Players over. McCallum is one of them. Oh, good lord. They nearly cleared it into the net twice in one move. McGahey, ball in, and good save again from Ziga. Kemp picks it up. He's got Booty outside and goes back short for Temenushkov. Brooking into space. He's scored a few this season, and this time it's just a sort of P-roller. Temenushkov coming short again. Rolls it short for Kemp. Kemp could just cut inside and shoot here. He may well do. It's poor. Temenushkov to Booty out on this left-hand side. I'm going to bring him off in a minute. My assistant wants to put Isgrove at left wing back because reasons. Booty brings it short for Webster. Edge of the box maybe. He finds Smith. And, Webster, runners left and right. He's got to find the right ball through. Finds Daniel Kemp making a running behind. It's a bit of a tight angle. I don't know if he'll get the goal from here. Good strike, but a well saved by Jones. We've kind of gone off the boil a bit in the second half, but still had the odd little chance here and there. But 3-0's fairly comfortable for us, so won't really be the end of the world if we still win this game 3-0 as it's flicked away. But as long as we hang on and get the clean sheet again tonight, I want to make sure that we get a better habit of doing these. Not letting teams grab random late goals in games, as much as it might well save us some clean sheet bonuses, you'd have to say. Good clearance this time. Temenushkov can bring it away, of course. He's got 2 players to beat. I don't think he'll be able to do this, really. Never mind. He's going all the way through. Go on. Oh, what a great tackle on the end of it. Temenushkov in the 93rd minute very nearly just ran through their entire defence. Brilliant play from the lad. He has got a lot of quality, and I can't wait to see what he becomes at this club, because I could definitely see him being here for a few seasons. Although, with that money, you know, we're going to be tempted to bring players in, but we've got to be careful in doing that at times. We've got to make sure that we don't just replace players that are doing really well for us just because there's some bright, shiny new talent potentially. We've got to be careful with that and keep this sort of base of the squad alive. It's going to be Wigan 0, Bolton Wanderers 3. Great result. Exactly what we needed to keep ourselves going at the top. Pull us out of that tiny little rut. I still think we've only lost 1 game this year, though. Didn't make much difference, though, as Colchester also won, so the gap remains at 13 points, but as long as we can manage it, things will be good. Right, some games off camera. Back in a minute. It's either going to be Stevenage or Accrington in the Cup, potentially. Right then, guys, we're back. So this was that quick game we had before the start of the actual video. A 4-3 win at Exeter in the FA Cup. It was a pretty deserved victory, but it took us a little while to get it. Sparks gave them the lead. Richardson, Smith, and then Webster from the penalty spot made it 3-1. They got a couple of goals back to level things up, but luckily Critchlow Noble's header won the day for us on the night, and that, of course, moved us into the next round of the FA Cup. Now, unfortunately, some things have gone a bit wrong over the next period of matches. And what I mean by that is that we've had an injury to a certain player who I really did not want to get injured. Not at all. Because first up, we were at home against the MK Dons and conceded the mother of all own goals. The ball comes through, cleared by McCallum into Robbie Cundy, 1-0 Milton Keynes. They hadn't had any shots at this point, although we gave them one anyway. But then on the 26th minute, Badley Morgan with a gorgeous ball over the top, and who will be on the end of it? But of course, Temenushkov drilling that one home. Bolton 1, MK 1. But in the second half, or just before the start, just before half-time rather, MK, bad defending from us there, end up through, McNulty makes it 2-1, and we just could not really muster much beyond that, really. 2-1 defeat. I'd argue we were slightly better, but not that good. Thankfully, it was almost the sort of opposite against Fleetwood. Smith gets it here. Lovely ball over the top. Who will be on there, of course, but Temenushkov slotting at home for 1-0 Bolton. Unfortunately, though, Badley Morgan decided to absolutely ruin someone and got himself red-carded. Thankfully, it didn't cost us too much, as Isgrove was able to slot this one through, and Regan Booty to smash that one home to make it 2-0 to Bolton. Very good win. Although I'd argue that actually a draw would have probably been fairer. And we then travel to Cambridge, who of course beat us at home this season. An early goal from Akinfenmewa, of course the assist from Regan Booty. Then, with 10 minutes to go, Clough gets the ball on the edge of the area, goes to Williams, then it was Matthew Smith drilling it bottom corner for 2-0 and game over. Not before though, Cambridge did get a goal back in the 85th minute. I mean, just tons of room for them in the end, in fairness. They did also miss a penalty in this game, so it could have been a bit closer, but we do manage to get quite a fortunate win, I'd say. And it was then time for the third round of the FA Cup, but being drawn away against League 2 Accrington Stanley certainly looks good on paper. However, it wasn't to be, as Gilmore, their left back I think it was, ended up putting them 1-0 up after 20 minutes, but after half-time things got a lot better. Guy Porteous back in the team, which was nice to see. Eventually he was able to roll one round the side for Rodell Richards. Temenushkov was unfortunately injured by this point, so Richards had to start up top, but he did a good job, thank goodness. And then a few minutes later we were able to turn this around. Aaron Williams with a good ball out for Rodell Richards, gets the ball out wide, whips it across, Guy Porteous on the end of it to give us what would eventually be the winner, but we still had time for one more piece of magic, and that was a ball in from Sarcevic, who would be on the end of it. Eventually it would be Sarcevic, but back post with the header was Robbie Cundy. 3-1 to Bolton Wanderers, through to the next round. We play Burnley in the fourth round though, so you'd think we're probably going to head out there, but getting to the fourth round ain't too bad. And lastly, we engaged in an absolute battering of Stevenage that resulted in us getting a 1-goal win through a Regan Booty free kick. I don't know how this was only 1-0, but that's how it ended up in the end, but thank goodness we got the victory away from home. But the key thing about that is those wins that we've actually picked up somewhat against the run of play in many games have given us now a 10-point lead over Millwall. We're certainly not smashing teams, but it's a 15-point gap back now to third place Sunderland. I think we're pretty much doing fine, and we're still unbeaten away from home this year. Both of our defeats have actually come at home against Cambridge and the MK Dons, so frustrating there, but you never know. I just want to have a quick look and see how Grimsby are doing since we're here. They are bottom of the league, 21 points, but they're 7 points from safety. I think Grimsby may well be going down, which is kind of sad, really. But Temenushkov, 24 goals now in the league, but he is going to be missing for a little while with that injury, which is a frustrating situation. Booty's still up there though, 11 assists. He's got a few goals for us. It's all looking good. Got our youth intake preview. Don't expect much from this youth intake was the message. However, they said we might have a good right winger from Northern Ireland, so that's the best we can expect. And the last piece of bad news is that Chelsea would only let us loan those two players for 6 months originally, so their loans would expire for Badley Morgan and Webster. But we obviously had the opportunity to extend them, so I did, and both of them rejected the loan. So I then waited till they left the club and put in new bids for them. Webster is back. He agreed to it. Badley Morgan still won't come back. I don't know why. Very strange. But it's been very much a case of injuries are the king right now. However, we've managed to come through, and today against Doncaster, I hope we continue to do it. Right, so, selection advice. And I think part of the reason that Temenushkov got hurt may well have been because of that. A lot of the team is back now. Now, as you can see, Cundy's going to be playing a lot more now that Badley Morgan is gone. And that's not the end of the world. Cundy's a good player, to be fair. So, Fleming is finally just about fit again, which is good. So Booty can move into the middle for now. Webster obviously doesn't have a number yet because he's just returned to the club and this is his first game. Hilariously, when I brought him back in, Sarcevic complained that he was going to steal his position. I'm like, mate, he's been playing in that role all season. But there you go. Kemp's nearly fit again. We've had a few injuries, basically, and so it's nice to see them back in the team, nearly. Temenushkov as well, only going to be out for another couple of weeks, so not the end of the world. But it does kind of put a dent in his ability to get 30 goals this season, or potentially hit the record, which I believe is either 34 or 36. It was Jordan Rhodes, apparently. Despite our injury crisis, we're actually still top of the form standings. So maybe things aren't going so bad after all. In fairness, we have actually managed to extend that gap. So Millwall were 3-0 up away at Ipswich and threw the lead away, and then they also lost 2-0 to Oxford United, which really has dented their chances of catching us. In fact, they've got to look behind them more than anything now. I mean, creating chances, what are you talking about? Wow, no highlights in the entire first half. Jesus Christ, be better, lads. We might have to go attacking just to spice things up. But sometimes without that added, I don't know, Temenushkov just makes slightly better runs, I think, sometimes than Rodell Richards too. And I'm concerned that we're going to score less goals without him in the team, as now, well, there you go. Doncaster Rovers take the lead here. And this would be our third home defeat of the season, despite not losing any away games yet. A poor one, really. We've seen very little in this match. The first real highlight, whipped across here. Good, well played, actually. It's quite a well-worked set piece. They end up getting 2 for 1 at the back post here, and nothing Ziege could do. He nearly gets there, though. Poor. Making some bold changes, but this could well be the dullest game I've ever seen. There's been one highlight in the full 90 minutes. This is literally going to end with 1-0 Doncaster from a set piece. Oh, hello! Go on, Regan. Bang it, bud. Oh, Lord. I mean, what? Well, at least we had a highlight. That's the only shot of ours we've seen in the entire game. This might be the worst we've ever played. Oh, God. Watch them get another one from a corner as well. Yeah, looks like we're going to lose this one. Barring a miracle here. Hodge with the ball forward now. Okay, yeah, even they couldn't get that in. Just going to dump it on more direct passing for the final 30 seconds of this match, but I don't think it's quite going to matter at this point. We have been awful. Just a real lack of creativity, and it's not even a case of bad strikers missing chances, because they haven't had the chances to actually miss at this point. They've done nothing. That is the worst game I've ever seen on foot. What the hell? Did that just skip the team talk? Even the game's just like, nah, you're not having that. You don't get to talk to the players after that trash. Well, I think the reason for that is because I made that change really late on and it sort of got a bit confused, but still, I didn't even get to tell the players how annoyed I was for them with that. That was frustrating as hell. Okay, so, well, that's not good, really, is it? That's another home defeat, our third of the season, surprisingly. Next up is a home game. We love those, right? So, yeah, we're going to come back for Lincoln City in literally 4 days, and then I presume after that we'll probably come back for Colchester United to boot in there as well. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, in spite of that, drop a like, that'd be lovely. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be cool too. Stream on Twitch, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekends, so go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun, capybara. Bye-bye.